Hello everybody, this is Make It Better, and today we're doing What If Deku Was a Singer/Idol Part 13. I'm sorry for the long wait. I really don't have an excuse for it, I'm just basically lazy. But anyway, I think I remember exactly where I left off, so let's start off. Now, after that whole thing has happened and everybody finally calmed down, the next day comes and everybody was preparing to leave. But they decided to go over to, well, only Zuko, the girls, chose to go over to Melissa and say bye formally. As that was going on, Zuko was talking to Jiro about how the night was. Well, Jiro was asking him a bunch of questions about the party and how he orchestrated to make it go on without a hitch, except that little ending. But Zuko explained that since he done it so many times in the past years, you probably get used to it a few times, and yeah, and he just kept going. Now they met with the girls. They said the party was really fun, and when they go over to Melissa, everybody was talking, enjoying themselves for that moment, and Zuko said, Melissa, as she stopped talking to the girls and looked over to Zuko and said, yes, Zuko? And Zuko said, you see, I don't know how to put this, but here. As he gave her a card. She looks at the card saying, Zuko Midoriya, 1 free pass. And she asked, what is this for? And Zuko said, well, this party was your first, and you basically got a gift from everybody. So, this is a gift from me. That card itself will have my personal number, and you can ask me one single thing. It could be a concert, in which I have done this to multiple people. I do not say their names for personal reasons, but for this, it will be, you do not pay for any of it, and I will choose whatever it'll be, my kind of way of doing things. And Melissa said, she just put it closer to her chest and said, thank you. It was over and over that she will treasure it for always. And Zuko said, it's no problem. I guess this will be a good time to say goodbye and see you next time. As she sadly had to say yes and waves goodbye. As they were leaving, going over to the airplane, flying away, Zuko was going along with All Might as the girls went with Momo. Now when they landed and got their stuff sorted out, Zuko met with his father and talked for the rest of the time, explaining what has happened in that concert and what ways to make it better. Basically the normal stuff. Now, that weekend has been over, and they're getting on the bus, going over to the training camp. I was planning to make a list of songs for them, but that back to back doesn't seem very calming. I would have done it if I had another week and things weren't crazy, as you might probably think. But let me adjust. Let's get back to the story. I was getting off trail. Only 4 minutes. Great. Now on the bus, Zuko is further in the back. No, he's where he is. He's just switched with Ida. Ida will be with Oraka. Suyu will be over with Momo, and Jiro will be over with Zuko. And Zuko and Jiro is just looking at some songs and putting it on their headsets and listening to them, humming to the rhythm. Now Zuko, well, Juro is just messing with her phone and just doing that. But Zuko, he's actually fell asleep and lay his head right onto Juro, which Juro feels a little happy and kind of blushes because his hair is so soft, and she's paying him, and this made Zuko to purr. Yes, in his sleep when he's very happy, start to purr to a point where not only Juro can hear it, but more people hear it. It's still loud, but when everything starts to calm down and the silence become indefinite, they start to hear a purr, and they're looking around to find the source until they look straight to Juro, which Juro just points to Zuko, and the guy said, "He even what? How did he get even more cuter?" Yes, the guy said that. Well, one of the guys said it out loud, which the girl kind of agreed to, and Juro just said that he's mine in her on her breast, but the girl behind her heard that, kind of chuckles about that, and went on. Now, let's get this party started. They were stopped to the cliff. Everybody got off to stretch out. Zuko was shocked awake by Juro. She told him to get off, and they're going to take a little break. Zuko understood this, came out yawning and not paying attention at all, till the point where a landslide happened. Zuko, being shocked to that a moment, didn't really prepare for anything and went down with everybody else to the bottom. Now Zuko is now fully awake, asking if everybody was okay. He looks over to find Juro, asks her if she's okay. She's fine, she says. Now, she, up in the cliff, when everybody finally heard her say, everybody in class 1A, they look up, sees her, and, well, she just points to the general location, saying that you must go through this forest. You're allowed to use your quirks. As they hear allowed to use their quirks, they get a little worried. And she said, you guys will be there about an hour and a half. And she just leaves. They try to climb up. It's too slippery, and they fall right back down. So they look over, and Zuko tells everybody to send him their favorite songs, titles, and everything. And without any shred of doubt, they all did it. They had their phones. They sent him their songs. Zuko put them in random and said, "Okay, guys, I'll be in the back singing each and every one of your favorite songs." As he says this, a monster came out of nowhere, hitting Mineta outside of his head, smacking him to a tree. He almost fell unconscious, but he was awakened by some girls, seeing if he's okay. Basically, Hakakure. So he's back awake and saying, "I'm quite alright." Try and be as brave as possible. But Zuko explained, I knew it. He said, "I knew it" under his breath, but he didn't think it would be this bad, as they see a huge monster coming out of the forest, and the guy in the way in the back that looks like a mountain. Oh, Kota, one of those two. He tried to talk to the beast, and nothing happened. His quirk is not working. Until some other people, Bakugo and Denki, came in, attack it, destroy it, and learns that it's not a real animal. Zuko tells everybody to finish his. He tells everybody that he's going to be in the background singing their favorite songs. If your favorite song came up, you guys would be in the front. Everybody else be in the back helping them out. Ready? Go. And they went off into the forest, fighting each and every monster as a team. Zuko is directing everybody how to fight in each and every way. He's saying this song, he's saying the title and saying whose song is this. They raise their hand. Zuko say it's for them and everybody else. And it's affecting everybody else 5% or 50%. But the person with their favorite song is 2 times stronger. So that's how it's going on. And Zuko is getting a little tired by all of this, but he kept forcing himself to keep going. And everybody is just more energized and happy that they have someone in the back supporting them to heal up. To a point where when it's around half an hour, Zuko asked him, they have a little bit of time and they were in a big area of plain, no trees for a while. Zuko asked if anybody's hurt. Some of them say that their arm hurt, they sprained their ankle, and some bruising. And Zuko said, okay, come closer. And he sings a song to heal up their wounds. Everybody is very grateful for this, and they focus on their fight. But 2 people sees him losing some momentum of how he used to be in the beginning. Until it kept going, Zuko starts singing on for Bakugo, and his favorite song is very time consuming, and it helped out Bakugo and the rest of the class, since Bakugo is one of the top 3 strongest in their class, which really pushed further on. Sorry about that. Diesel Ram truck. 4 wheels in the back. Yeah, that's annoying. But it really pushed where they can barely see the building that was close to it. Zuko said, we're almost there. And Zuko sang his favorite song, which is nothing like everybody else. He only sang in bass. Nothing else. No lyrics, no instrumentals, no basically anything else. Just regular bass, and everybody feel the vibration coming off of Zuko. Zuko powers up one for all in his body up to 10% and said onward, and he flew through the trees, pushing out any trees that was in the way, any monsters that was hiding. Some that appeared, or Oraka, Suyu, and Jiro came up and attacked it in the air, bring it back down, and rest of the classroom came in and attacking it one by one, slowly but surely attacking perfect fashion, to the point they finally made it. They're exhausted, but not as bad as they think they are. They're really tired, but they're not bruised up, scratched, or hurt at any point. And the Pussycats, as well as Aizawa, is shocked by how they got here so fast. They said, oh, sorry, I thought you guys would have been here a lot later. My bad. I was expecting you to be faster, or expecting you to be slower. And she tried to do a cute pose with her crew, which they're just annoyed by. But she looks over to the top, the 4, walking out, being the very last ones. Ida using up the last of his engines, Todoroki very tired, Baku very tired, and Zuko looked like he'd done even the worst kind of beating he ever. He seemed so more tired, more sweaty, and as he tried to speak, he can't. He used up his quirk a little too much. As Pixie Bob, Mandalay, forgot who this is. On the picture, the girl in the blue dress, saying that she would groom them all. As when she gets to Zuko and saying, "I'll take special care of you," Jiro jumped in front of her with cobra ears, as if it's a rattlesnake, and said, "Back off, he's mine." She said, well, the pro said, "Oh, you're feisty. But okay, I'll back off." As she looks over to that little couple, seeing how Jiro is holding onto Zuko as he's breathing heavier and heavier. And he doesn't remember much, but he did fell unconscious into Jiro's arms. He was taken to a room, to actually a couch, and he was there sleeping. Everybody else was informed in 1 hour their food is prepared for them. Zuko is still asleep, and Jiro is just right next to him, waiting for him to wake up. Until she smells food, she gets a rumble in her stomach, and she looks over to Zuko, which Zuko's not showing any signs of waking up. She was about to leave, but she chose to stay, and when she did, Zuko finally woke up. He smells in the air and said, "Food," and he walked straight towards it. He didn't even see Jiro falling right behind him. Zuko opened the rooms and see that the food is ready. He sat down and ate. As everybody sees this. Now Jiro sat right next to him and ate and start eating as well. Zuko finally finishing the whole plate. He looks over to Jiro and asks her what happened. I can only remember a little bit, as Jiro explained what has happened. Right after he came out of the forest and saw the building, you kind of passed out. Zuko said, "Oh, I see. Thank you, Jiro. You're a lifesaver." As he leans right next on her shoulder, going right back to sleep. They say, "Dang, he's really tired." As one of them comment, "Yeah, I think that would happen when he used up his quirk the whole time. He was boosting our quirks along with directing everybody's positions to not be in the way of anybody." And they would start talking about how great of a leader that Zuko is, trying his best to be a good role model and the vice rep. And everybody just very, at the same time, looks over to Zuko, bowed their head just a bit, and went right back to eating. The pros are asking to some of the students on what exactly happened to your little deal, as one of the pros explained that she can see her through her monsters and what has happened. They are very surprised to learn that Zuko took charge and told everybody and that he'll be in the back helping them out and direct them in any way and form or faction to make sure they go through it safely. And at one point, he even healed up their wounds so they can keep going for that other half hour. Aizawa thinks about it, and he looks over to Pixie Bob, I think, the one that's very muscular and tall. Ask her if she has any way of training him in his quirk. And they are thinking of ways till they decide to put him with Koda, the quirk that can talk with animals, and have him be with him in training his vocals, since that's his source of his quirk. Aizawa agrees to all this and let them rest for the next day. But everybody was told that there's a hot springs in this building, and everybody promptly went out and took a bath. The girls on their side, and Zuko was awakened by Ida, and he was told about it and went to the bath. They took a bath, enjoying themselves, until Manila came up and wanted to climb the wall. Zuko was pissed about it. Ida was pissed about it, but he tried his best to stop him. But Manila was fast enough and slippery enough where they both can't grab him, which Zuko probably told the girls to cover up Manila getting over, and they promptly do. Now Kota is at the top, smack Manila on his face, promptly making him fall. Zuko was hesitant. He wants to have Manila fall, but the way he was falling was making it look like he was going to hurt himself. So sadly, Ida took the brunt. He tried to catch Manila, but Manila fell directly in his stomach with his head, pushing him down and knocking out Ida, as well as Manila. When he looks up to Kota, Kota is also falling down. At this moment, Mina looked over to Kota and thanks him, which promptly made him look. They were covered, but just the sight of girls in their bath really got to him, and he passed out, got knocked out as well. By this whole time, he didn't really get the chance to see Zuko fully. And so Zuko finally caught Kota and made sure he was safe, took him to Mandalay, and set him down. As he was getting himself dressed and waiting right next to Kota to wait for him to wake up, Kota finally awakened. He looks around and sees that Mandalay is there, asking if he's okay, and he answered yes. He's fine. I don't need your help. As he looks around the room and sees Zuko, Zuko looks at him and says, "Hey kid, you okay? You took quite a big fall." And Zuko did not expect what he heard. Mandalay didn't expect what that Kota said. And Kota said, "Skull, you're here. Wait, that means, wait." And he passed out again. Zuko said, "Oh, I forgot I was famous for a second there." And Mandalay looked over to him and said, "Skull? Can you explain to me who this Skull person is and why you say that?" Zuko explained that he's a very famous singer/idol all over the world, and I kind of took a break over in Japan for a gold that no one's really know of me. Only around 10,000, I believe. Mandalay said, "Oh, okay. What kind of music do you do?" And Zuko said, "All of it. I can make." He just showed her like some of his songs that he has written, and some of them she actually knows of. He said, "Wait, this is you?" Oh. She looks up more of the videos, the songs live, and see how many views, and say, "Oh, that's a lot of number. That's a big number." And well, a few minutes finally passed, and Kota finally awakened. He shook up awake, scaring Mandalay, but Zuko said, Hey, it's okay. Take a deep breath." And Kota this. He keeps going until the deep breath the third time, and said, "Okay, can I get your autograph, Mr. Skull? You're my biggest friend. You're so cool, so awesome," and keep going. Zuko said, Okay. Since you're here, how about we Ma'am, do you have a pen or pencil? As she does in paper, as she also does. She actually directs them to her office, and Zuko said, okay, that's good. He wrote some paper, his autograph, and handed to Koda, which Koda is very happy about, but he also said, wait, can you sign my hat too? And Zuko said, sure, sure, I'll do that. As he signed it, say, to Kota, which Koda is very happy and holding on to his hat and wants to talk to Zuko even more, which leads on to the night to where it's 12. Which Mandalay, when Zuko finally leaves and Kota stays there sleeping with a very happy smile, a very happy grin, thinks this might be good for him. So she tries her best to squeeze in Kota to spend more time with Zuko. And Zuko went back to his room and fell asleep. What time is it? Okay, I'm going to end it for this point. I'm sorry. You guys are going to get a lot more for the next part. But I needed to buy some stuff. So bye. It's 26 minutes and 27 seconds. Bye.